So James Gunn deactivates his Facebook account. Wonder why. Now, a couple weeks, not a couple weeks, but a couple days ago, I made a video talking about the comments he made. If you haven't gone see it, go check it out. It's all up on the internet now. People screenshot it. Now, I think he deactivate his Facebook account, which I don't know why he didn't deactivate it before this whole thing. Here's the thing. He probably assumed that nobody would go through his old account and bring up stuff he said. And now it's looking like hypocrisy. He's hypocritical of certain things and his viewpoints. And again, everyone has a right to their opinion. I don't want people to come to this channel thinking that, oh, you hate his opinion, so you want to trash him. No, he has a right to his opinion. What I don't agree with is what he said, comparing it to Tim Burton's Batman, comparing Tim Burton's Batman to Joe Schumacher's Batman and Robin, saying that film is superior. Then we need to have a conversation. We need to understand what you've been smoking, whatever it is. Put that shit down. We need to have a conversation, man to man, and figure out what in the right mind did you think that film is better than this one. Because I'm still trying to figure that out. No comment, no answer. He said some things saying this and that, but he did this simply because if he compares the writing from Tim Burton's Batman to the writing from Joe Schumacher's Batman, let's be realistic here. The writing in the Batman or Tim Burton's Batman is 10 times Oscar winning writing compared to the one in Batman and Robin. And it leaves a lot of questions. So what Batman are we getting? Are we getting not a serious Batman, which is never a good idea because if you go back to the Batman and Robin days, you can hurt the brand of the Batman. Yes, Batman's a brand. Is it bigger than DC? It's debatable. I think it is. You can hurt the Batman brand because you got Matt Reeves' Batman trying to make it serious. Then you got your campy Batman over here. Let me tell you something. It's going to be a war between Matt Reeves and James Gunn. It's going to be a war between the fans, but it's going to be a war in that studio too. Matt Reeves going to go the fuck off. Because if he sees that Batman, he's going to be like, what the fuck, man? I'm trying to do my shit over here, and you're doing your thing over here. It's kind of hurting my thing. Let's see that. If those box office returns is less than the Batman, the first film, because of James Gunn's The Brave and the Bold version and anything like that, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a huge problem. And I can see it on the horizon. But for him to deactivate his Facebook account, there's probably more comments he said about Batman and other properties of DC that might come to light. And he don't want people to see that. Or other stuff he done said too that's his past that might come to light too. It is what it is. He hasn't said nothing about those comments, which he can talk about those comments. It's like, oh, it's old past film. I'm like, it's your opinion. You can still talk about it. It's not like you're promoting these films. It's just say, hey, look, what I said years ago, I was young. I don't think that same way now. And that's all he has to say. But he's not going to because he still has those same viewpoints. He still think Batman and Robin is better than Tim Burton's Batman. He still think Nolan's films are not that great. All three of them. This is before Dark Knight Rises came out, so he probably thinks less of Dark Knight Rises because us fans who love the Dark Knight and Batman Begins, we despise that one, so he might actually despise that one. Then again, he might like it. Who knows? But he's saying, "Oh, Batman Begins wasn't a good film either." Are you kidding me? Like for you to say I don't like it, but right now the pedestal for him is Batman and Robin, which is a lot. Which is for me to sit there like, really, dude, that's why you like it? Because of the comedy and stuff like that. Superheroes don't need to have comedy. DC's a different brand from Marvel. What works for Marvel may not work for DC. And if you notice, every damn DC film that has came out the last year or the last 7 bombs they had were trying to follow that Marvel formula. And they have failed. Stop following a formula that does not work for DC. It works for Marvel, but it won't work for DC. Why do you think fans are in the uproar at Marvel now what they did with the Hulk? They made him a lesser character when he started. Hulk was that character that didn't really fit to the comedy very well. It worked for certain scenes, but they knew how to use him. But when they made him Professor Hulk, and they try to make him comedy like everybody else, fans were like, no, you're going a little bit too far. The Hulk is you. Everybody knows about Professor Hulk, but Hulk is that. He's not Superman in a way, but he's like. I'm trying to find a right word for it. His comedy is small dose. It works to make something more. The thing he did with Loki was funny, but it works for certain things, scenes per se. But you have to really understand and get that. But back to the Batman, probably going off. I'm probably confused the fuck out of you. Sorry. But what I'm saying is, James Gunn, is a comedy director. What he did with Guardians works, and I even said it too. I think he's good for Justice League. He's not good for a single film like a Superman film. I don't think he's good for nor a Batman film. But a Justice League a team up film, he's proven he can do that. He's proven a lot more with obscure characters. Like I really wish he wouldn't even touch Batman or Batman and Superman. I wish he would go in the DC vault and get some other characters he want to fuck with, and that might be 10 times better than what the hell he's doing. Let Matt Reeves keep doing Batman. Let someone else do Superman. You know, but it is what it is. But yeah, so I don't really have that much to say on the note. But hey, I mean, James Gunn is being James Gunn. Did I think this was going to happen? No. But it does prove these comments were true and they were right. He still has those viewpoints of the characters. And before somebody come in there and say, Johnson, you may be wrong. You might just deactivate. No, not after those comments came out. Not after those screenshots came out of what he said 11 years ago. And again, people have changed and then his viewpoints have always changed because mine do too. But, you know, an easy way for James Gunn to kill all of this is like he does with everything else. Go online and reply to fans to kill these rumors. He has not yet replied to them because he knows they're true. If you notice, the more he gets quiet, the more truthful it is. He needs to come out there and reply to these and do like he does with everything else. Shut this down. Or even confirm it and just shut it down too by confirming it. Either or. But I can tell you right now, James Gunn needs to really figure out how to go about this the right way. I'm telling you right now, those two Batmans are gonna be a big issue for the studio. You think the fan war is gonna be worse? Matt Reeves gonna be pissed. I'm telling you right now, having a Batman that's very campy, then you have a serious Batman at the same time, it's not gonna work. Like I said before, I think he should do an animated film featuring Batman Brave the Bold with certain characters with them and have that separate. And Batman only appears in like a team up film or something like that. Why? I think it's more easier for you to do that because that doesn't take away from Matt Reeves, Batman per se. If he wants to make these animated universe connected, have a Batman Brave the Bold animated film. I think that's the route he needs to go. He could go then he could have his campy Batman the way he wants to. Not too much, but he could have it that way. But as always, guys, like, subscribe. Peace. Have a Johnson day. I'll see you guys in the next video. And comment below. Let me know what you guys think of James deactivating his Facebook.